Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Oblivion. You can tell it's still thunderstorming outside, at least in-game. Really obvious thing right up front. I apologize profusely for the quality of my voice. I have been homesick the last 2 days, fighting off the mother of all head colds. Usually a head cold wouldn't put me out of work, but this one has been particularly bad, and I'm at the end of about almost 60 straight hours of being cooped up in our room, trying not to breathe and sneeze and cough on anybody. So I would not be recording this right now under any other circumstances, except that I'm getting a little stir crazy. You can see the rain outside the window. That's cool. Like I said, I haven't been working and can't work from home, so just kind of like, I'm so bored. And so I'm like, you know what? My voice sounds terrible, but I'm feeling well enough to play some Oblivion. So I apologize for the quality of my voice. I apologize if I have to pause the recording because I'm going to sneeze. I apologize if I have to clear my throat with little warning. And I hope that the sound of my voice, the sound of me being under the weather, doesn't make you feel all grody. I know sometimes that can be the case for me. If I even hear somebody speaking with a sick voice, it makes me think like, oh, stay away from me. Even though, you know, they may be not anywhere near me. If it's over the phone or in a recording or something like that. So I apologize. Also, I'm hopped up on Sudafed and nasal spray. So apologies up front if anything that I do in this particular play session just is off the wall, batshit crazy. Hopefully won't be, but alright, we need to sit down and eat some breakfast. It is still quite early.
Good morning.
Sounds like you've got ghosts here, man. Alright, canteen with a little water. And some breakfast. We've got, let's do crab meat again, and some corn, and a radish this time. I don't know what we're mixing the radish with. Radish and corn? I don't know, that doesn't sound very good. I can't forget, we have 6 cheese wheels and some flour that we absolutely cannot eat, because we found those in the nasty old dungeon. Golden Saint in Cyrodiil. Wilderness of Cyrodiil. These might give us something to read to pass the time until the stores open up, because it's only 6:30 this morning, so let's read. Golden Saint in Cyrodiil, that sounds the most interesting. Special Edition, Golden Saint in Cyrodiil. In the Imperial City, a rumor is going around. More and more people claim that they have seen a Golden Saint, one of the most fearsome Daedric creatures known for the terror they spread in Morrowind. Does such a creature wander around? In the recent crisis, the Imperial Watch still investigates the death of Uriel Septim VII, so may a Golden Saint be going around undetected? Investigating the rumors yielded a few clues about the Golden Saint. Most who have seen her did so in the northern half of the Imperial City. Palinirya, one of the few upper-class clothiers of Cyrodiil, remarked, "I saw a flash of gold, glittering scales in sunlight, a sight to behold. It inspired me for some ideas about the coming summer collection." Sorry, that was a terrible Palinirya impression. Excuse me. Likewise, Phintius of the first edition remarked that he sold a book to a woman donning a golden armor. When asked if he thinks the customer may have been a Daedra, he only responded with, "Nah, no horns. She didn't look like a walking crocodile." Running from one eyewitness to another, no clear evidence has been found. Golden Saints are known to be fearsome warriors, able to best even the strongest mortal warriors. Yet no terror usually associated with an appearance of these Daedra could be found. No unexplainable deaths, except the demise of Uriel Septim and his heirs, of which no record shows any Daedra sighting. No unusual disappearances. And the cause of this rumor seems to be discovered. Around the market district, an Altmer woman wearing a golden armor was found. Altmer woman. And why would we say that she's a Golden Saint? According to her, it's only a family heirloom, and she reacted with shock when confronted with the rumors it may have caused. That must be her. That looks a lot like the woman we saw on the bridge yesterday, only she was wearing robes, not armor. Considering the nature of Golden Saints, their absence is no surprise. They serve the Daedric prince Sheogorath, who is considered to be a corner in the House of Troubles in Dunmerry culture. Incidentally, quick aside, I looked it up, the fourth corner in the House of Troubles that I could not remember, Malakath. I thought Vermina or Hircine or somebody, but no. It's Malakath, Sheogorath, Molag Bal, and Mehrunes Dagon. No wonder Sheogorath is sending his fearsome servants to cause trouble in Vvardenfell. Yet, as Raminus Polis of the Arcane University pointed out, this line of thought may not be entirely correct. Long-time Daedric visitors are bound by pacts. In Cyrodiil, the knowledge to summon Golden Saints, a prerequisite for any long-time binding according to the mage, is not nearly as widespread as it is in Vvardenfell. According to him, necromancy and the summoning of elemental Daedra, scamps and Dramoras, are a lot more common. Known to some, as the Black Horse Courier unfortunately experienced themselves, the Council of Mages regularly uses Dramoras as messengers themselves. So it appears we have a Golden Saint out on the bridge out there. And then here's one about the wilderness of Cyrodiil. We may not read this whole thing depending on what it is. Yes, this is, I think, Oscuro's Overhaul. And this is just basically a, hey, here's some of the stuff that we've added to this game for you to fight. So we won't really bother. I mean, I guess we could bother reading it, but let's check the time. No, the stores will be opening here in a minute. We can get going.
Yes.
Yes. Right. So speaking of Dunmerry, oh, we gotta go out in this rain. Speaking of Dunmerry culture, there's a couple things, well, I'll get to that in a minute. I'll come back to Dunmerry culture. A few things we want to do this morning. One, we want to sell that shield. We want to try to, well, I guess we don't have to do it this morning necessarily. Ugh. We want to try to find a bow, though I don't think we'll be able to afford one here in town. And we want to buy a mortar and pestle so we can mix all these alchemy ingredients we're picking up. But both of them are a little above our abilities right now. It's still locked. Oh, come on. You should be open by now. No? Maybe we'll check one of the other stores. We don't have to sell it to the shield store. We could sell it to the best defense, if they're open. No, everybody's closed. What the hell? It's after 8. Oh, for Pete's sake. Who would have a bow? Not that we'll be able to afford it, but I just want to check. Probably Fighting Chance. There's no actual archery-specific stores in the Imperial City that I'm aware of. Oh, right. Somebody's messing with me. I'm out here in the rain. Maybe they didn't open because of the weather? That seems weird. Alright, fine. We'll go back and read that stupid... Where am I?
Everybody needs a copy of the Black Horse Courier.
He's very specifically shouting at me because there's nobody else out here. We'll go back and read that other bulletin, I suppose. Excuse me one second. Okay. Just had to cough really quick. Right.
Greetings.
Greetings. Wilderness of Cyrodiil. This might take a little while. This report is intended to provide an overview of cautionary measures suggested by the authorities of the Imperial Province to all those travelers and citizens who may need to leave the safety of our grand cities and brave the perils of the wild. Our brave soldiers of the Imperial Legion patrol the roads of Cyrodiil without pause nor rest. Roads are the most secured areas outside of a city's protective walls. It is possible to find threats even in them, the roads presumably, but the constant vigilance of the Legion keeps evil at bay. We recommend that those who plan on traveling across the province use well-trodden roads in order to avoid danger. Should those who travel the land need to divert from the safe passage of roads, it is advised that they remain alert at all times, and that they remain in large groups and well armed. Yeah, large groups, huh? The The wilderness of Cyrodiil holds many threats to our kind. Generally, threat is greater the further from the roads and inhabited areas one travels. While plains and farmlands do not usually pose high risks, forests and mountains, in contrast, are dangerous and should be avoided. Some of the most fierce creatures that roam Cyrodiil have made the thick forests and high mountains their homes. These areas offer an almost impenetrable cover where these creatures may carry their evil deeds beyond the gaze of our courageous legion. Minotaurs, ogres, trolls, and imps are usually seen in the highlands. If such mountains are forested, then the likelihood of danger increases drastically. Other terrible creatures lurk in less obvious geographies, such as in the woods bordering the provinces of Morrowind and Blackmarsh, where bog ogres and will-o-wisps abound. The cautious traveler would avoid venturing deep into any wildlands, however, as even the reclusive Spriggans are known to wander away from their forest groves. We cannot predict the behavior of Cyrodiil's creatures. It is best to stay always on the side of caution. Excuse me. Common animals present a less urgent threat than their greater and more cunning kin. The province is home to a wide variety of animals who roam freely, usually without disturbing our local citizens. Attacks from mountain lions, wolves, and even black bears to cattle are not uncommon. But it is rare when these animals decide to attack humans, unless they are young and hungry, when their struggle for territory and inexperience pushes them into actions they would otherwise avoid. Despite this, the traveler should be aware of all animals. Most of them, even if non-aggressive or shy, may attack if bothered or pestered. Moreover, greater animals such as Arctic bears, Kodiaks, and giant wolves are extremely aggressive and will not hesitate to hunt down even imposing soldiers of the Legion for food. Huntsmen are entitled to kill animals in the Imperial province. They often provide a good protective service should the traveler find them while traversing the wild. Presumably they're talking about huntsmen? Legion? They. They is a vague pronoun there. We don't. First I thought they referred to animals being killed. Not sure. Each region of Cyrodiil has characteristic fauna. While the general advice of avoiding highlands and forests applies to animals as much as any other threat, it is also useful to know what to expect of each region's species. The central highlands of the province are home to deer, boars, wolves, mountain lions, and bears. Each of these may appear in different types. For example, a close relative of the common wolf is the timber wolf, who is bigger and stronger than its lesser kin. The lands near the provinces of Hammerfell and Skyrim are also home to tundra wolves, snow mountain lions, snow leopards, and Arctic bears. These animals, accustomed to the harsh climates of the Northlands, have developed aggressive instincts and strong bodies. Their hides, prized for their exotic beauty and rarity, fetch a good price for those hunters brave enough to adventure in the Jarl Mountains. Finally, the lands near the provinces Morrowind and Blackmarsh are home to several of these animals, including the powerful jaguar. Excuse me. Geography also affects the greater creatures, characteristic of the Imperial province. Blackwood is a notorious home for very dangerous layers of bog ogres. These creatures, along with shadow wolves, trolls, and imps, present one of the greatest threats to any traveler and adventurer. It is rumored that certain caves located in the furthest reaches of the Panther River house whole clans of these beasts, who for long have gathered prey among our own citizens and families. The promises of riches left to rot in the corpses of falling adventurers are a constant lure to those who would seek recognition by cunning and force. Perhaps the most fearsome creature to ever dwell in Cyrodiil's territories is the terrible Frost Minotaur. These Minotaurs resemble their lesser kin, who favor the thick foliage of forests and highlands only in name and form. The nature of the Frost Minotaur is different from any of its cousins. Its long existence in high icy mountain peaks of the Jarl Mountains has turned these beings into hulking giants whose might can easily best a whole unit of Legion soldiers. Good grief. Their manes are among the most prized of hunters' claims. Many would seek these lords of the north in hopes of snatching one for themselves, but if you ever survived to tell the tale of a Frost Minotaur sighting, almost none do so with the coveted trophy in hand. Interesting. Right. Now, surely it's like 10 o'clock in the morning now. Yeah, after 10. Well, it's going to put a crimp in our adventuring time, but the weather is still crap. Alright. Fighting chance you open? You're not. Oh, for fuck. What day of the week is it? No, it's Wednesday. Screw this. We're out of here. We're going exploring. Just wasted 3 hours in this game. I would suspect maybe they are closed down because of the weather. That's weird.
I'm only asking for a single point.
What would Vivek do? Alright.
I'm saving up enough for some medicine.
Have a coin bigger.
Thank you, kind sir. Blessings of
Yes.
Arcade upon you.
So that reminds me, speaking of what would Vivek do, we'll get to it here in just a second. One moment. Yes, it's you, isn't it? You're the... Yeah, you don't look Altmer. I mean, you resemble one vaguely, but I don't see golden armor on you, though. You are a golden saint. As I've said, first bring the Oblivion invasion into full motion. It has to be. Destiny cannot be stopped, only modified. Oblivion invasion. I don't know what she's talking about. Still sounds like gibberish to old Nebish here. Right. So regarding Dunmerry culture, I have since looked it up, and I said that Nebish had gone for about 2 weeks worth of training to the Ordinators, which is where he learned what little skill and blade he has. But I feel compelled to provide a correction to that. Of course, in Morrowind, if you're familiar, the Ordinators don't use blades, they use maces. And so if Nebish had trained with the Ordinators, really he should probably be using a mace. But I'm going to retcon it by saying, yes, the Ordinators do use maces, and yes, Nebish would have used a mace had he been fully trained by the Ordinators. But because he was so lousy when they first brought him into the program, so weak, they decided that it was probably best before he got anything like a mace, he should start with a lighter weapon. So they actually just gave him a wooden sword, which was so embarrassing. They said, here, kid, wooden sword until you know how to handle it. So he's actually never even trained with a real blade. He's only trained with a wooden sword. Basically a fake weapon. So that's where we came out yesterday. We're going to continue exploring the Isle here. We have some kind of ruins here, which is interesting. Crab's gonna try to kill me? Maybe not. Loose paving stone nearly trips me. One mod that I have installed is, well, actually I have a couple of mods installed of the Oblivifall set of mods. Can't go in that door, apparently. For those who don't know, Oblivifall is a mod effort to... Oh, hello. To make the game Oblivion more like Daggerfall. There's 2 mods from Oblivifall I have installed. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Ah, you hit me. Oh, you're quite a powerful imp. Where'd you go? Okay, more alchemy stuff. Oh, there's a town over there. Guess we should go... Oh, hello. Guess we should go in this cave. It'll give us a chance to get out of the weather and do more exploring. This bone's stuck in the ground? Yeah, that one's stuck vertically in the ground. Ugh. Imps did that? So yes, one of the Oblivifall mods I have installed is called Something is Wrong, which puts up those little messages whenever you approach a dungeon entrance, basically like letting you know, hey, you found something nearby. So I'll try to read those as if I was in character. Now, we've been in 1 dungeon so far. No, 2, I guess, including the sewers. We had to turn out of the first cave we were in, though, on account of bandits and not having a ranged weapon. If there are imps in here, though, we're probably not going to find a ranged weapon. Ow! You! Can I get up? Good, I can. I hear music, but it's very quiet. Which is okay, it's kind of adding to the mood a little bit. I can't see hardly anything in this cave. Ah, my foe. Only one way to go, I think. What the? Oh, it's up there, I can't hit it. Ah, yeah, it's up there. Okay, let's just keep going. Whoa. Cave in. Well, can't go that way, which is probably for the best. We'd probably get killed if we went that way. Hard to tell what's seeing me on account of that one. Uh-oh. Yeah, take that. What else? Anybody else? Ow. Yes. Where? Oh, down here. Right. So, having a few torches you can drop at any given point is very key for having the dark caves installed, dark dungeons. Ugh. Deer with a broken leg. I'd say it fell in, but I don't know how that could be. Imps must have dragged it in. Did I check you yet? No. Again, looks like only one way to go. Oh, new type of mushroom we've never seen before. Rusty iron dagger, leather shield, that's worth quite a bit. And we can scrape a little bit of bone meal off this skeleton, maybe using for alchemy, of course. Let's try this way. Uh-oh. Doesn't look good. Take the helmet. Get some use out of that. In fact, let's try it right now. Oh yeah, so another point I was going to bring up about Nebbish and the Ordinators. I've told you that he's a complete weakling, a total wimp, right? But he's got this really sweet, badass haircut. You're like, yeah, how does that match up? Well, of course, he only has this haircut because he's only recently tried to train with the Ordinators, and that's a required haircut when you're with the Ordinators. So he's still got his... It's basically like his butch military crew cut. Like if you went to basic training and you got booted out because you sucked, you'd probably come home with the same haircut that they gave you in basic training. And so that's what Nebbish has got here. He's got his Ordinator haircut. Right, what am I doing? Helmet. Looks a little silly, but it's the best we can do. It's probably lunchtime soon, too. We should stop and eat. I see a wing flapping. Hello! Haha! You missed! Oh! Ah! I knew there was another one. And this one? Nice. And my torch. Anything hiding in a corner? No. This is, I think... Yes, this is the first room, the big room that we came into. And we have some absolute carnage over here. This does not look good. Ooh. Iron shield. Bit heavy, but I have the space. I'm gonna need all the money I can get my hands on right now. More flour. Sure, I'll take it. All these dead bodies. What the hell happened here? The imps laid a trap or something? Oh, all these poor bastards tried to take whatever's in this chest. What kind of axe is that? I can't even see it. Alright, let's try to start moving these things, huh? Just get things sorted out. Like, I'm not moving them for fun. Moving them to see what some of this stuff is. Yeah. Arms. Need a hand? Get it? No. Nevish would probably find this pretty macabre work. He is Dunmer after all, reveres his ancestors. Now granted, these he doesn't imagine are his ancestors, but still, dealing with the dead. Something he finds a little sacrilegious about it. Maybe not sacrilegious, but that skeleton just had a mind of its own. Not sacrilegious, but just something he'd like to avoid. Ancestors are not to be messed with, I guess. That's kind of how he feels about it. Even if they're not your direct ancestors. Fur shield, no. Sorry guys, bear with me, I'm just gonna grab all this stuff here. Whoa! Whoa! Come on. Out of the way, you arm. Well, should we assume there's a trap here? Maybe we can we use this as cover? Okay. And we didn't get killed. Okay. Good. Well, let's take a minute to eat some lunch. Took long enough. Okay. Potato, radish. More crab meat. We're living on crab meat here. Alright. We had one other passage to check out. So let's go do that now. Uh-oh. Still sounds like there might be foes in... Oh! That's handy. Still might be foes in this cave. I heard a twittering sound. Oh my god. Whew. Fortunately, we have a very high resistance to fire, but Jesus, that was... What were they doing? Having a little conversation, I suppose. Imps. Not too tough of a enemy. Did this rock wall open? That's a little frightening, actually. Alright, well. Stone door to sideways cave, hidden lake. Oh. Water. Well, Nevish doesn't have a problem with getting his feet wet if he has to, but it's a bit troublesome because we have only 2 torches, and if I drop a torch in the water, it's going to go out. I'll have to be very careful about this. I'll have to put the torch away when we encounter an enemy, which means we'll be fighting blind, basically. Boy. Yeah, like this. What? Now what? Ooh. I can't see. Alright. Yeah, if I run out of torches, then I'm screwed. I gotta back right out of here. What is this place? We're just in a cave on the Imperial Isle. Uh-oh. You! Come back! Eh! You're just toying with me, aren't you? Ow! I died? How? Alright. First death, everyone. First death. Right, anyway. Come around the corner. See an imp. Oh, again. Where did it go? Went over here. Ugh. Crazed imp. Hello? Why is that there? Well, not much I can do about it now, I suppose. A lot of boats down here and makeshift docks and very peculiar. Holy crap. Where are you? You're right there. Ow. Ow. I'm dead. I can't see. You're all over the place. I'm dead. This is tough without being able to see anything. I already checked him. Yeah. It's these mushrooms here. Oops. I drank... Oh. I drank some of the water and I contracted a disease from it. Ew. I meant to activate the mushrooms. Screwed it up. Alright, let's take care of that. I did just happen to pick up a cure disease, though it's really expensive. Maybe I should have saved that for when I actually come out of the dungeon, but... Ooh. Okay, come closer to me. Yes, that's it. Where are you? Okay, one's down. Stick my nose out. Yikes. Ugh. Come this way, you jerk. It's coming this way. Ha ha! Somehow I could see it moving on the surface of the water. I guess I saw its air, like the air that was pushing with its wings, rippling the surface of the water. Don't know that that's exactly physically how it would work, but okay. Ooh. Okay, get closer. Ooh. Where is it? Whee! Whoop! What the? I fell over. What the hell? I tripped on something in the water, I guess, huh? Weird.